Hello, lovely people. Thank you so much for being here. I am Amy, and today I'm going to take you through a short and sweet power vinyasa flow. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment letting me know what you thought, and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. So today we're going to get started standing at the top of our mat. So we're going to get moving pretty quickly, but let's just take a moment to arrive in our practice. So bringing the feet to hip width apart, rooting down through all 10 toes, finding some length in the spine, stacking the head over the heart, over the hips over the knees, over the ankles. Maybe rocking from side to side, from front to back, and then finding that perfect sweet spot of balance through all four corners of the feet. Start to notice your breathing, taking deep breaths in and out through the nose, filling up the belly with air from top to bottom, from left to right, from front to back. Notice the feeling where your feet connect to the earth as it rises up to support you. One more deep breath in here, and release all of that air. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, grow long. Exhale, reach down towards the mat, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back, and exhale, fold back down, maybe pedaling out through the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, grow tall, keep the gaze straight ahead, and exhale, fold straight back down into that fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press the hands into the shins. Exhale, release into your fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead, stretching through the side body, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find some length through the spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now this time, place both hands on the mat, step it back to plank, work your way down through a chaturanga, into upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Getting straight on into it, warming ourselves up with some nice sun salutations. Maybe take a moment to pedal through the legs here in your downward facing dog, shifting the hips from side to side. One more deep breath in here. And breathe out. Inhale, bend the knees, come up onto the toes. And exhale, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold back down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step it back to plank. Work your way through a chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. Exhaling to downward facing dog. One deep breath in here. And sigh it all out. Breathe in, up onto the toes, bend the knees, and breathe out, hopping forward, landing in your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching to the sky, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Last time, exhale, chaturanga, maybe jumping back. Inhale, upward facing dog, open through the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Holding here, stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists, rooting down through all 10 fingers, sending some energy out through the heels. And now start to take some rocks. So rocking back and forth. Warming up through the wrists, engaging through the core. Deep breaths in and out through the belly. Now lift that right leg off the mat about 1 foot. Bring it to a hover, try not to round through the spine, and then draw that knee up towards your elbow or even up to your armpit if you can. Lower it down to the wrists, back up to the armpit. Wrist, armpit, wrist, armpit, wrist, armpit. Hold it at your armpit, squeeze it into the nose, and then step it through into a low lunge. Inhale, rise straight up into your high lunge. Bring the hands to the chest and then launch forward into your warrior 3. You can extend the arms straight out ahead if you have the space and you're up for a challenge. One more deep breath in here. Bring the hands to prayer if they're not already. And then breathe out, Jiva squat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw that left knee towards the right calf. Extend and squat. 3 more. Extend and squat. Last one. Squat down. Extend back into your warrior 3 and then take a big step back, turning both toes to point towards the outside edges of the mat and then sinking down into your goddess pose. Holding here, drawing the knees towards the pinky toes, really firing up the legs, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. One long line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Now we'll take some pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and hold back in that squat. Keep that breath flowing. Sink deeper than you want to. And rise back up, straighten the legs. Maybe wiggle the hips around. Now turn the back toes to point towards the top left corner of the mat. Front toes face forwards. Sink down into your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, spin the hands to frame the foot. Pop off that back foot. And step back to a 3-legged plank. So keeping that back foot lifted off the floor. Then work your way down through a 1-legged chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Get ready for the next side. So rocking our way forward into plank. Lifting that left foot about 1 inch off the mat. And drawing it in towards the left armpit if you can. Drop it down to the wrist, up to the armpit, down to the wrist, up to the armpit, wrist, armpit, wrist, armpit, wrist, armpit. Draw it into the nose, step it through between the hands and rise up into your crescent lunge. Bring the hands to the heart and launch forward into your warrior 3, extending the arms out overhead if you've got space. 1 deep breath in here and breathe out, bringing the palms to prayer if they're not already. Breathe in and breathe out, Jiva squat, tapping the right knee to the left calf. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squat. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squat. Straighten and squat as you exhale. Breathe in, get long, and sink it down. Just 2 more. Get long and squat. Last time. Squat down and then inhale, extend back to your warrior 3. Holding here and then stepping and landing in your goddess pose. Sinking down deep. Holding here. sending the breath into the hips, into the legs. Now come up onto the toes of the right foot and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift the left toes, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both toes, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those toes lifted and hold where you are. My legs are shaking, so yours might be too, and that's okay. Keep that breath flowing, keep the spine long. And release the feet down. Spin the back toes towards the top corner, front toes pointing forwards, sink into your warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to frame the foot. Step it back to a three-legged plank, and then work your way down through chaturanga, keeping that leg lifted if you wish, up to upward facing dog, and then down to downward facing dog. Deep breath in here, and then breathe out. Maybe sigh it out through the mouth. Another deep breath in, and breathe out. Now drop the elbows down to dolphin pose. Press back up to downward facing dog. Rock forward to plank and back to downward facing dog. Drop the elbows to dolphin. Push up with both at the same time if you can. Rock forward to plank and back to downward facing dog. Dolphin, dog, plank and dog. Dolphin, dog, plank and dog. Dolphin, dog, plank and dog. Last time. Dolphin, dog, plank and dog. Now rock forward into plank and start to pedal through the knees. So dropping one knee at a time down towards the mat. Keep that breath flowing. Micro bend the elbows if you're locking them out. And hold your plank. Now we're going to tap opposite shoulders, so tap the left shoulder with the right hand, take it back down. Tap the right shoulder and back down. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and back to plank. Back to downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Now look forward between the hands, rock up to the toes, bend the knees as you inhale, and exhale, hop it forwards into a forward fold. Just take a moment here to pedal out through the legs. Then bring the big toes to touch. Graze the floor with the hands as you sink the hips down. Send the arms up high, coming into your chair pose. Sink deeper than you want to. Look down, make sure that you can still see your toes so the knees aren't travelling too far forward. Breathe in here. Breathe out, come up onto your tippy toes, come up as high as you can. Keep that depth in your chair. And release the heels, bring the hands to the chest. Hook the left elbow over the right knee, coming into a twist. Pressing the hands towards one another to deepen you into that twist. And now lift that left foot off the mat to a hover, drawing the left foot towards your left bum. Hold here and release. Come back to centre and switch sides. Hooking the right elbow over the left knee, deepening into the twist, and then lift that right foot to hover off the mat. Place it back down, place the hands on the mat, and then pop yourself up into a crow pose. So balancing the knees on the backs of the arms, lifting the toes off the mat. Gonna hold here And then we're going to land in our chaturanga. So you can jump back if that's in your practice. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Now drop the knees, coming down into a child's pose. You can have the knees and the feet touching, or you can keep the feet touching and bring the knees as wide as the mat. Sinking down into your child's pose. Maybe wiggling around through the hips. Maybe stacking one hand on top of the other, creating a diamond shape with the elbows for your hands, for your head to rest upon. Now press back up to a seat. Just swing those legs around. And we'll just have one final bit of power. Wouldn't be a power without a boat pose. So coming into your boat pose and tapping one foot at a time to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And coming to a low boat, arms by the sides or up overhead. And back to high boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And low boat. And high boat last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Low boat for the last time. And release. Dropping down onto the mat. Letting everything go. Deep breaths, let your breath recover. And then hug those knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. Really see this like giving yourself a big hug. Really thanking yourself for the hard work you've just done, feeling proud of yourself. Let's take a nice hip stretch while we're here. So let's cross that right ankle over the left knee, grabbing behind the thigh or around the shin and pulling that left leg in towards you, using the right elbow to push that right knee further away. Hips and shoulders stay glued down onto the mat. Keep that right foot nice and active. And release, switch legs, crossing that left ankle over the right knee, keeping the left foot flexed. Release, give yourself one final squeeze. And then release the legs out long, coming into a little baby Savasana. Letting everything soften. Taking a moment to relax and let all the benefits of our practice sink in and distribute throughout the entire body. Letting the heart rate slow down, letting the breath slow down. Maybe even letting the mind slow down. If thoughts come up, simply let them come, let them be, and let them go. Now slowly start to bring some movement back to the body before pressing your way up to seated. Keeping the eyes closed if you wish. Take one more deep breath in here. And release the breath as you lift the gaze and open the eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that brought some energy and some fun to your day. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more from me. Hopefully I will see you again soon.